Hi, it's Mark O'Leary again. I was a founder member of Midway, which had Kevin on bass and vocals, Tom Carey on drums, and myself on guitar. We operated mainly in the Passage, Monkstown, Douglas tri-axis, and we were quite successful, compatible, friendly, but we had a good sound. And Bernard, Kevin's brother, was at Clongowes with Fergus, and Fergus suggested that he would like to do a demo recording of us and came to Scotsman's Road and kindly did the recording. Fergus was actually quite impressed with our orchestrations and our arrangements, and was particularly taken by my unison guitar playing with Bernard's violin playing, which we didn't practice, we just did, and Fergus was quite taken by that. Then Midway continued on. We basically added Shame on bass, and Kevin migrated towards acoustic guitar, vocals, did some songwriting, I did some songwriting, and things were going hunky-dory. And then Kevin decided that he was leaving. So I got a phone call from Tom that that's it. Kevin's gone. And then, this is in June, mid-June, before they moved to Dublin. In July, Kevin called me and basically suggested that I might have a chat with him. So I had a chat with him, and he said, look, joining Interference was a much better deal for me, which was Fergus's outfit, and would I be interested in coming in, because they didn't have a guitarist. At that time, Kevin and Fergus were living in Bruce College, White House, top of Patrick's Hill. I came up, and basically I was in. That's it. So I was the guitar player on the Bruce sessions. So these are the recordings that were made in Bruce College at that time. It was Kevin on bass and vocals, Fergus, me, and Cal McCarthy. Worked out very, very well. Very nice band. Kevin's mum was kindly enough on quite a few occasions willing to drive me up there, and which was quite fantastic. And basically, late August, Kevin said, and Fergus, we're moving to Dublin. Would you be interested? And basically, I had to do the leaving. And ironically, Shame was taught by Cillian Murphy's grandfather, Jim O'Mahony, in the Jones School in Passage. And ironically, my aunt was actually Cillian Murphy's father's boss, de facto boss, in the Department of Education. So me not doing the leaving was not on. So I wouldn't even broach it. Basically, the lads took off, and that was it. I met Fergus and Bernard one more time. A few years later, I played, but as I intimated in one of my treaties, basically they preferred Mark O'Leary pre-USA. That was their guy. They liked him, and kind of what I kind of metastasized in or transmogrified into, they weren't particularly interested in that. Although I still have a good time for Kevin and Bernard as well. But that was it. So that regard, that put to bed, I would say that I was the guitar player in Interference Mark II. Grateful for what Glenn Hansard is doing for them, and good luck to the future, and wish them all the best. And thank you to Mark for taking my phone call, and thank you for the other Mark for being so supportive. Lots of people never knew this, and to be honest with you, I'll be honest, the absolute truth is I completely forgot about this until I seen Gus Van Sant's The Last Days of Kurt Cobain, because Bruce College was at that time, it was quite similar. Thank you very much for listening.